Howdy gang, Jeff from G's Gear here, knocking out a video today of a guitar we're about to add to the store at reverb.com. And what we have is an old favorite in disguise. You should know it by now just from the look of the body, the shape of the body, and the sound, the quality of the sound from it. This is a Harmony H1260 Sovereign. However, it's branded as a Regal guitar. And this particular model of Sovereign was only available for 1 year. It's just made in 1966. Regal guitars, as you probably well know, are a very old name in American guitars. And like a lot of old names in American guitars, they've been recycled a few times. The Regal company had gone out of business. I think it was, my memory is that it was last owned by Valco, and it went out of business when they kind of folded. And the name got picked up by the Fender Musical Instrument Corporation, and Fender released acoustic guitars branded as Regals at one point in time, back in the mid-60s. And those guitars were made for Fender by Harmony. So when you see them, you see the Fender guitars, you'll see very familiar looking Harmony designs of the Sovereigns, of the H1260s. They were all rebranded as Fenders, as Regals for Fender. So it's got the classic construction of the Harmony guitar. It's a solid spruce top with 16-inch or 16 1/8 inch lower bout, solid Honduran mahogany back and sides with a one-piece back, which you cannot get anymore, a mahogany neck, and is it rosewood? In certain lights, this really looks like a rosewood fretboard, and Harmony used a lot of Brazilian rosewood. In other lights, I get the idea that this might be a maple fretboard that has been what they call ebonized. It's been stained to make it look darker. And then a rosewood bridge. It's got this distinctive inverse trapezoid bridge that I think you really only see on these Regals and on some of the old airline guitars that Harmony used this on occasion. It has a somewhat different pickguard from a Harmony pickguard, and of course it's got the headstock overlay that is different, and the whole shape of the headstock's a little different than the Harmony guitars. But it's an H1260 Sovereign. And like the Sovereigns, it's got a huge voice. It's a big ladder-braced guitar. Big, rich chords. Huge bottom end. These are one of the hotter guitars on the vintage guitar market today. As players' guitars, as working man's guitars. You can buy a vintage guitar and easily drop $5,000–$6,000 on it, but then you're reluctant to take the thing out to play it. These have great sound. They're well made, great tone woods, classic designs, and they won't break the bank. And you can take these on the road, you can take them on stage, you can take them into the studio. They're fantastic. The Sovereign guitars were very routinely used as studio acoustic guitars all over the world. You know, where a guy came in who typically was an electric guitar player and wanted to lay down a track on an acoustic that he didn't own, and the studio would hand him a Harmony Sovereign. They record very, very well. So let's see, what else did we have to do to this thing? Not a whole heck of a lot. It needed a neck reset, which we gave it. We leveled and crowned the frets. We reset the nut, and I do remember that 2 of the pearls fell out and we had to re-glue those in. We made a new bone saddle for it. Set it up, cleaned and lubricated the tuners, and not much else. The guitar's in great shape. It's got all sorts of nicks and dings and scratches from now 60 years of playing. But it's got no cracks, it's got no splits, it's got no open seams. Braces are great, the tone wood is great. The action is very quick. It's 5/64ths at the 12th fret on the low E and 1/16th on the high E. So it plays beautifully up and down the fretboard. Let's play something finger style so you can hear that. My fingers are warm enough here today. Nice big sound, plenty of sustain, bright in the treble without being shrill. It's just got tremendous clarity and warmth. The bottom end, the undertones, the overtones of the guitar are really rich. These are great guitars. We sell a lot of these. We're always on the lookout for them. They never last long in the shop. Today, to get comparable to a Harmony Sovereign H1260 in a vintage guitar from Gibson, from Martin, from Guild, you're going to spend $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. To get a brand new guitar from Martin, you're going to spend $3,500 to $4,500, I guess, today. Yeah, these guitars routinely hit the market for anywhere between, $900 if they're really beat up aesthetically, and maybe $1,600 if they're really pristine. It's just, they're great, great value. So if you're looking for a guitar that has a big sound, will drive a band, will record well, that's made with very fine tone woods and made to a high quality of build standard, look no further. These things are great. Alright, so what do we have? We'll wrap this thing up. Harmony H1260 masquerading as a Regal 235. That's what they called this model from when it was released as Fender. It doesn't have a date stamp, but they were only available for 1 year, 1966. The serial number is really faded in here, but you can see that it's the classic Harmony style of serial number, the ink stamp that they have. Solid spruce top, 16 1/8 inch wide lower bout. Solid Honduran mahogany back and sides with a one-piece back. Mahogany neck. I think it's a maple ebonized fretboard with a rosewood bridge. Bone saddle. Cleaned and lubricated the tuners. Reset the nut. Glued in a couple of pearl dots. Gave it a neck reset, a leveling crown of the frets. Made that new saddle. And everything else is, it's all original. Other than the saddle, the whole thing is original. Alright, we'll figure out something to play to take us out of here. We'll get on to our next guitar. We'll see you on the flip side. Hey, it's springtime.